Hey guys, Hussein here from Forza Automotive in Ravenna, Ohio. Today I just wanted to do a video kind of going over a car here we have at the shop. We usually get a lot of questions about this car and people were curious about it, never really seen one. They kind of wanted to know more history on it. So this particular car here is a 1974 Nissan Skyline, also known as a Datsun 240K or a Kenmeri Skyline. This one here I actually purchased as a gift for my father. So my father is originally from the Middle East, and he had seen these growing up and had always wanted one. And I've been trying to locate him one for a little while, and the tricky part is he wanted a left-hand drive model. So, you know, these are still hard to get even in Japan, but they are all right-hand drive. Same thing if you got one out of Australia, right-hand drive. They made a small amount of these for the Middle East countries and Germany in a left-hand drive variant, and they're very hard to come by. There are some that are swapped or converted over the years or whatever, but he was looking for a left-hand drive one and I wanted to find an original one. So I finally did and kind of made a surprise for him. I kind of let him get a sneak peek of the car, and then told him unfortunately it had sold and we didn't end up getting it, but later on I surprised him with it. But overall it's a very clean car. Again, being from the Middle East, not really prone to rust. These cars are normally very rusty if you get them out of Japan or Australia or anything like that. But I just wanted to go over a few things that make this one special. So on top of being a left-hand drive, this was an original car from Kuwait. The difference being is any of these C110s that were exported were referred to as a 240K, a Datsun 240K. But in Kuwait, there was a famous guy there that basically imported any Nissans and stuff into the country. You know, basically ran all the Nissan dealers in Kuwait. And he knew the people of Kuwait really preferred the Nissan brand and the Skyline brand. So anyone that was imported in Kuwait was a Skyline. And just to give you guys a little bit of a history or knowledge on these cars, is these are kind of similar to a Datsun 240K. So VIN-wise, if you were looking at a Fairlady versus a regular 240Z here in the US, the K here in the KHL, the L in the VIN actually designates a left-hand drive car. So that is important to look for if you're looking for an original left-hand drive one. And same thing over here on this tag, KHL GC110. So this vehicle we do have the original engine for. It's a 2.4 liter with a single carb setup originally, but this is a 280ZX motor. A little bit more displacement, fuel injection, just a little more fun for the car. But just kind of want to give you guys the rundown and a little bit of info on the car. We just get a lot of questions here about it. People wanting to know more about it and what it is. They don't really see them here. Another thing too you can look at for the export vehicles was the taillight setup. So originally the reverse lights would have been here and the brake lights would have been here. On the export vehicles they're kind of reversed. That just little small changes depending on if it was a JDM vehicle or an export vehicle. We're very lucky to get one in this shape, especially most of the interior being original and in good shape. These cars are very tricky to find parts for. Some of the parts, like drivetrain wise and stuff, will swap with some other Datsuns, but a lot of the parts are just very specific to this vehicle, and unfortunately there's just not a lot of parts out there. They weren't, especially in America, they just never imported here. So it's very tricky to get parts and stuff like that, and that's kind of why you want to buy a complete car if you get one. You don't really want a basket case. It's just really hard or near impossible to get parts. But yeah, there's just a little bit about the car and kind of some information. Just kind of help people out, let them know what the vehicle is next time they see it out and about. So we're on the inside of the Nissan Skyline. Something that's a little quirky about these cars, whether you buy a right-hand drive model or a left-hand drive model, the key is always on the outside. So that's just something a little different. I'm just going to go ahead and do a cold start here for you guys. Figured you guys would enjoy hearing a little exhaust note from the car. Like I said, it's a pretty cool vehicle. You don't really ever see them here in the States. They're very, very hard to find or see in general. Not too many of them around. Another thing too you don't really see too often is the original surf lines, they call them. A lot of people put the flares and stuff and kind of do that GTR style if you do see them. They usually cut the wheel wells, put flares on, and then put a spoiler on the back and things like that. So this is more in stock form as they would have came for the most part. Today we're actually going to check out the next giveaway car. It's a little bit of ways away, so I'll pick back up when we get there, but hopefully this thing is everything it's supposed to be. I think you guys will be pretty happy with this one, so stay tuned. Next week's video, we will be revealing the new giveaway car, so get excited for that, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss it.